Hi everyone, this is Samantha and Adrian from the Volusion Marketing Services team. Today we're going to be talking about how social media works hand in hand with SEO. Because let's face it, this is one of the greatest pairings ever discovered, like peanut butter and jelly, chips and queso, even wine and cheese. And when developing a dynamic digital marketing campaign, it's important to consider multiple avenues for promotion. So while SEO can prepare your website for greater search visibility, social media allows you to expand your digital reach even further. This tag team forms a unique cycle that can really kickstart your marketing. So today's agenda. First, we're going to give you a little background about why social media works hand in hand with SEO, and then we're going to dive into which social media tactics help with your SEO efforts. Next, we'll discuss all the factors that matter when it comes to SEO, and then we'll close with 5 steps you can do to help to boost your SEO efforts on social media. So let's get down to specifics. Why is social media good for SEO? Well, first things first, social media can positively increase your website authority with the great and powerful Google. Search engines, like Google, take your social standing into account when they rank your page because they value websites that have a large, high-quality social media audience. Having a large following with an active, real user audience shows search engines and potential shoppers that you have an authoritative presence in the industry and your audience is aware of your brand. And when it comes down to it, search engines just want to point researchers to the best possible search result. And what could be better than having a ton of social media fans that love your brand?
Sure, social media can be a huge part of increasing brand awareness and authority, but it's also often used as an integral aspect of a well-rounded content strategy. Writing killer content is a huge part of SEO, and social media can help you share that content with relevant people. As the content gets shared all over the social stratosphere, more people and potential shoppers will be exposed to your brand. This content should help drive traffic to your website and create a buzz around your brand. Most of the time when I go on social media, I use it as a platform for discovery. I'm always finding some cool blog or article from a brand and then clicking on it to find out more. So sharing blogs and other types of content is super important and can boost your SEO efforts. So now that we've established that SEO and social media are quite the dynamic duo, we're going to dive into the social media tactics that work best with SEO.
There are several social media tactics that you can use to help boost your SEO through the factors we just discussed, whether that's through increasing your brand awareness or driving traffic to your store. If you have a blog, definitely be sure to share your articles on your social platforms. The most standard places to post your blogs are Facebook and Twitter, but don't think that these are your only options. If you've written a blog about fashion, crafts, DIY projects, or cooking, Pinterest is a great option for you. Create a catchy image to go along with the post, since Pinterest is a very visual platform.
You can also share links to your products or categories to drum up interest in your products, but do it in a way that will catch the eye of your customers. Don't just post a link to your site without any context. You're not going to capture any traffic that way. Add a comment about the products and why they'd be great for your customers, and then include a high-quality picture, which increases the likelihood you'll get some clicks. Most social media platforms are visually driven, so having good pictures is essential. Posting your own blogs and links back to your site is part of that content strategy we mentioned earlier. However, avoid making all of your posts self-serving. Yes, you want to get traffic back to your site, but if you give customers an overload on one particular thing, they're less likely to pay attention to your future posts. Change things up and make your profiles a fun and interesting place to visit. Share videos or links from other brands in the industry to keep users engaged.
You also need to spend some time optimizing your bio section or the About Us section. Give a very clear description of your business. How would you describe what you sell to someone who has never heard of your products? Keep in mind, several platforms have cutoffs and character limits for the length of the description, so you need to be able to talk about your business in a sentence or two. Try adding in keywords as well. Search engines can crawl your social bios, so make sure that these sections are optimized with key descriptive phrases. So how do you keep track of all your success once you've started marketing your content? We're huge fans of Google Analytics. there's an entire section dedicated to traffic that comes to your site from social media platforms. And if you have e-commerce tracking set up, you'll be able to see where your site visitors are coming from, how long they stay on the site, and whether or not they're converting. This can help you decide which platforms are most valuable to you, or if you need to try some different strategies.
Now let's talk about some of the factors that search engines look at when they determine a site's relevancy and authority. It won't surprise you to hear that they look at engagement factors with your posts and your profiles, such as likes, mentions, retweets, etc. That's why it's so important to craft great posts that people will share or interact with. Contests and giveaways, for example, are historically one of the best ways to get people talking about your business. Asking questions can also encourage people to engage with your posts. If you sell clothing, for example, you might ask your customers what accessories they would pair with one of your outfits. Reviews are also an indication that people are interacting with your social profiles, and they're especially important for brick and mortars. While quote-unquote buying or offering a discount for a positive review is frowned upon, you can certainly ask your happy customers to leave you a review, especially if they've purchased a product recently. If you receive any negative reviews, it's not the end of the world. Make sure you follow up with a response on how you'll fix the situation, as this creates brand trust.
Another factor search engines will look at is if your profile has growth in followers. A steady increase in relevant followers shows the search engines that more people are becoming interested in your business. That's a great indication that your brand is authoritative in your industry. However, we do want to caution you not to buy followers. Customers can tell when someone has an inflated, fake following, and they definitely don't appreciate the deceit. Search engines can also easily tell what a fake or spammy profile looks like, and they will ignore your profiles as a result. If you do everything by the book, you'll have nothing to worry about.
So we've gone over why social media and SEO make an awesome team, and we've explained which factors and tactics are most important. Now we're going to give you some homework. Here are 5 crucial things that you can do to support your SEO efforts with social media. First, optimize those social profiles. We spoke about this before, but make sure you're filling out all of your About Us sections and bios properly. Include keywords in the descriptions to make sure search engines can index your page with relevant searches. Add as much information as possible, which includes your website link and an address if you have a brick and mortar. And then second, publish high quality content. We know you want to promote your products and your website, but make sure you're also sharing your blogs or other pieces of content that your social media audience would like to see.
Third, be sure to add social sharing buttons to your online store. Make it easy for shoppers to share your products on Facebook, Twitter, and even Pinterest by adding those share buttons to your products. Volusion conveniently already has this feature integrated into its software. Store owners need only enable this by going to the Marketing tab from the Volusion dashboard, then hitting Social to turn on the social media posting options. Fourth, optimize your images on social pages. Images are sometimes a forgotten piece of SEO, but they do hold a significant amount of weight in the search. Obviously, users are attracted to great images. Ensuring your profile photos, logos, and cover photos are high quality, not blurry, and eye-catching is crucial to success. And lastly, build out social media ad campaigns for page likes on Facebook or engagement on other networks like Pinterest. This helps to increase that page authority and brand awareness that we were talking about earlier.
And there you have it. That's all you need to know about how social media works hand in hand with SEO. We highly recommend running a social campaign in conjunction with your SEO campaign or vice versa. And because of this, Volusion is offering free setup with the purchase of a 3-month prepaid or a 6-month social media marketing package, and that's available until April 30th. Check out our website for more details, and don't forget to follow us on our social channels. Thanks everybody!